Boarding a vessel at sea can be dangerous, but by following these simple rules, you can do it safely. This video will show how visitors like you can have a safe boarding experience. In most cases, boarding is done from a launch or supply boat to a larger vessel that's either anchored or moving slowly. Before boarding a launch, check your current physical condition. Are you physically fit enough to climb a rope ladder of 10 meters? Are you afraid of heights? Are you currently taking prescription medicine? Is your sense of balance good? Your sense of balance must be good enough to step off a rocking boat and onto a rope ladder that's attached to a ship that might be moving up and down. Are you properly dressed to climb a vertical rope ladder with shoes that have non-skid soles and low heels? Is your clothing loose enough to allow you to climb freely, but not so loose that it could catch on ladder rungs or handrails? As you approach the vessel, you will see something like this. The combination of these two ladders provides the safest and most stable footing during your transfer. You may also see other combinations such as this or this. Once the launch has arrived at the vessel, you'll see the pilot ladder arrangement. It's still not too late to say no and decline to board the vessel. There is no shame in not boarding if you feel unsafe. It's also advisable not to board the vessel during bad weather. Safety is a priority for you and the crew on board the vessel. Before you board the vessel, make sure you are wearing a personal flotation device. Keep this on until you are safely on board the ship's deck. Before boarding, make sure you have nothing clipped to your belt, like cell phones, pages, keys or any other items. These items could drop and fall into the water, or worse, injure someone on the launch below. Also, you should not carry any luggage or wear backpacks when climbing the pilot ladder. These items will be lifted separately onto the main deck of the ship. As the launch approaches the ship, a ship's officer should be present and ready to receive passengers at the top of the pilot ladder. The launch master will then maneuver his launch alongside the base of the ladder of the ship. The launch will rise and fall within the ocean's swell. Hence, you should hold on to the launch handrails at all times to maintain balance. When the launch is in position at the base of the ladder, the launch master or his assistant, if present, will call passengers forward one at a time to board the ship. When waiting to transfer from the launch to the ladder, remain alert. Keep your eyes on the pilot ladder at all times. Do not look back to see what's going on behind you. Only one person is allowed to climb up or down the ladder at one transfer. The launch master or his assistant will tell you where you should stand and when it's best to climb the ladder. If at any point you have doubts, please tell the launch master or his assistant. When you get the go command, you should grab the ladder without hesitation, step off the launch and immediately climb at least 5 steps to get yourself away from the launch. Remember, you are grabbing a rope ladder and it will slowly pull away from the ship as you climb it. Do not be alarmed by this. Concentrate on climbing those first 5 steps and you'll find your balance. When climbing, keep your body close to the ladder. This increases stability and prevents the ladder from twisting from side to side. With your body close to the ship and your eyes on the ladder, continue climbing until you reach the point where your feet are at the same level or slightly higher than the metal gangway. Maintain a 3-point contact at all times. Either 2 feet and 1 hand or 2 hands and 1 foot must be on the ladder at all times. Your aim is to step down from the ladder onto the gangway. At this time, take hold of the gangway railing with 1 hand and then move 1 foot across. Next, shift your other hand to the gangway and then your other foot. Make sure that you can move only 1 hand or foot at any point in time. Once on the gangway, firmly grasp the handrails and proceed slowly up to the deck. Take short rests if you feel tired. At the top of the gangway, you'll be greeted by the ship's personnel. When it's time to leave, be sure to tell the ship's officer any pertinent information about yourself, your fellow visitors, or your luggage. He'll convey this information to the launch master before you begin your descent. You'll only be allowed to descend the ladder and transfer to the launch if the sea conditions are safe. You can still decide not to descend if you are unsure. Keep your hands firmly on the guardrails of the gangway as you walk down to the pilot ladder. Before you begin climbing down the ladder, take note of the movement of the launch. Its rise and fall will determine when you'll be told to transfer from the ladder to the launch. To reach the pilot ladder, take hold of it with 1 hand, then move 1 foot across. Next, shift your other hand to the ladder and then your other foot. As you descend, remain alert to your surroundings. Keep your eyes on the ladder and keep your body close to the side of the ship. You will not be able to see the launch at all times. Do not look away from the ladder and try to spot it. This could cause you to lose your balance. As you get nearer to the bottom of the ladder, listen closely to what you are told and follow instructions carefully. The launch master or his assistant is monitoring all of the conditions and will give you clear instructions on when to make the transfer. When you get the go command, let go of the ladder, place 1 foot onto the deck of the launch, and at the same time, reach for the launch railing with your hands. Do not step onto the railings of the launch. The only secure footing is on the deck itself. Never jump from the ladder onto the launch. This could result in serious injuries. Stay alert. Be aware of what's going on and around you, and listen carefully to the instructions given by the launch master or his assistant. It's important to note after each transfer, the launch will pull slightly away from the ship. This is to ensure that the next person coming down the ladder will not fall onto the launch if they lose their grip. Transfers are normally very safe when you and the vessel crew take all the necessary precautions. People intending to board a vessel should be physically fit, appropriately dressed, and be able to follow instructions. They should also not be intimidated by heights and not prone to motion sickness. When climbing and descending the pilot ladder, remember to keep your eyes on the ladder at all times. Do not look back to find the launch. Keep your body close to the ladder. Maintain a 3-point contact at all times. Do not lean over or leave space between yourself and the ladder. Listen carefully and trust the launch master or his assistant. Follow the instructions that have been given to you. Do not hesitate, have doubts, or improvise. So do your part, be vigilant, and stay safe at all times. Remember, safety starts with me.